What is the only planet in our solar system to rotate clockwise on its axis? Venus. Which freezes faster? Hot or cold water? Thanks to the Mpemba effect, hot water freezes faster. What is James Bond's code name? 007. Jim Henson is the creator of what beloved cast of characters? The Muppets. Weighing around 8 pounds, this is the human body's largest organ? The skin. Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa hangs in what museum? The Louvre Museum in Paris. How many states does the Appalachian Trail cross? 14. What is the name of John Travolta's character in the 1977 film Saturday Night Fever? Tony Manero. What do you call a group of flamingos? A flamboyance. Relative to the internet, what does URL stand for? Uniform Resource Locator. What occasion corresponds with the longest day of the year? The summer solstice. What is the distance from Earth to the Sun? 93 million miles, or 150 million kilometers. What sport was featured on the first curved U.S. coin in 2014? Baseball. M&M's fruit chews would eventually become what popular candy? Starburst. According to Guinness World Records, what's the best-selling book of all time? The Bible. What U.S. state is home to Acadia National Park?
Maine.
What is the only food that can never go bad?
Honey.
What was the first animal to ever be cloned? A sheep. What is the name of the pet dinosaur on the TV cartoon The Flintstones?
Dino.
What identity document is required to travel to different countries around the world? A passport. Who is considered the father of relativities? Albert Einstein. Edie Falco and James Gandolfini star in what series about the life of a New Jersey mob boss? The Sopranos. Nearly all fossils are preserved in what type of rock? Sedimentary. What guitarist notably performed on the Michael Jackson song, Beat It? Eddie Van Halen. What is August's birthstone? Peridot. What is Prince Harry's official first name? Henry. What is the 5th sign of the zodiac?
Leo.
Which branch of the U.S. Armed Forces used the slogan, "It's not just a job, it's an adventure"? The Navy. By U.S. law, exit signs must be one of what 2 colors? Green or red. What is an 8-sided shape called?
Octagon.
When was Earth Day first celebrated? 1970. How many points does the Star of David have?
6.
Who is Barbie's little sister? Skipper. In the United Kingdom, what is the day after Christmas known as? Boxing Day. Which 3 zodiac signs are water signs? Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Which month of the year is National Ice Cream Month?
July.
Actor Steve Carell plays what memorable character in the popular TV series The Office? Michael Scott. The 1988 movie Mystic Pizza launched the career of what pretty woman? Julia Roberts. Whitney Houston went to the top of the music charts in 1992 with which Dolly Parton song? I Will Always Love You. Brianne Howie and Antonia Gentry star as a mother and daughter in what popular Netflix series? Ginny and Georgia. Cillian Murphy plays a 1900s mob boss in Birmingham, England in which streaming series? Peaky Blinders. Anna, Elsa Kristoff, and Olaf are all characters in what animated movie? Frozen. What was Taylor Swift's first song to chart on the Billboard Hot 100? Tim McGraw. What 1997 movie features Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones as undercover secret agents who police extraterrestrials? Men in Black. In what TV series did actor Tom Hanks co-star with Peter Scolari in the early 1980s? Bosom Buddies. What actor plays Ken in the 2023 blockbuster movie Barbie? Ryan Gosling. What name is singer-actor Stefani Germanotta better known by? Lady Gaga. What 1927 film effectively ended the silent movie era by introducing synchronized talking and singing? The Jazz Singer. Before embarking on a solo career, Beyoncé was part of what R&B group? Destiny's Child. What actor played Alex Keaton on the 80s TV show Family Ties? Michael J. Fox. The Rockets dance troupe most famously perform at what New York City venue? Radio City Music Hall. What was the very first video ever played on MTV? Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles. What Andrew Lloyd Webber Broadway show features the characters Mistopheles and Old Deuteronomy? Cats. Richard Hatch is the very first winner of which reality TV show? Survivor. What is the name of Elvis Presley's Memphis home? Graceland. What notable astronomer penned the 1980 best-selling book Cosmos? Carl Sagan. Michael Flatley danced his way to fame in what Irish-inspired show? Riverdance. What 1994 Quentin Tarantino movie stars John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson as hitmen? Pulp Fiction. What actor-comedian found fame on the TV show Mork and Mindy? Robin Williams. Michael Jackson teamed up with what notable guitar player for the 1982 song Beat It? Eddie Van Halen. Jess Day, Nick Miller, Winston Bishop, and Schmidt are all characters on what TV show? New Girl. What year did the comedy sketch TV show Saturday Night Live debut? 1975. The unicorn is the national animal of which country?
Scotland.
What actor played Big Giant Head on the TV show Third Rock from the Sun? William Shatner. There's a Snake in My Boot is famously spoken by Woody, a cowboy doll, in which 1995 animated movie? Toy Story. Which soft drink once contained cocaine as one of its original ingredients? Coca-Cola. What breed of cat doesn't have fur? SBHYNX. In a quest to replace rubber, James Wright accidentally invented what common toy? Silly putty. A majority of adults have how many permanent teeth? 32. Which U.S. president is estimated to have the highest IQ? John Quincy Adams. What fish is capable of generating an electrical charge up to 600 volts? The electric eel. According to Instacart, what the most disliked food in America? Anchovies. Now known as Meta, Facebook was originally named what? The Facebook. What country uses approximately 4 billion miles of toilet paper each year? China. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, which state has the shortest one-way commute to work? South Dakota. The line, "Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries," is from what 1975 movie? Monty Python and the Holy Grail. On average, which grows faster? Fingernails or toenails?
Fingernails.
How many noses does a slug have?
4.
What candy was originally known as chicken feed? Candy corn. Which popular condiment was once sold as a medicinal cure for diarrhea? Ketchup. Name either of the 2 U.S. states that makes it illegal to get married on a dare. Delaware and Colorado. Johnny Depp notably modeled Jack Sparrow, his memorable character from Pirates of the Caribbean, after which rock guitarist? Keith Richards. Psalm, Saint, and Chicago are the names of what? Kim Kardashian's children. The TV talk show People Are Talking helped launch the meteoric career of which renowned celebrity? Oprah Winfrey. Actor Jim Carrey first made a name for himself on what Keenen Ivory Wayans sketch comedy show? In Living Color. Which Titanic actor appeared on the children's TV show Romper Room? Leonardo DiCaprio. What Oscar-winning actor was a cast member on the 70s show The Electric Company? Morgan Freeman. Who penned the 2018 autobiography Becoming? Michelle Obama. Bill Gates co-founded Microsoft with which of his childhood friends? Paul Allen. Holiday was the first Billboard Hot 100 single for what singer? Madonna. What Hong Kong-born actor and stuntman starred alongside Chris Tucker in the 1998 movie Rush Hour? Jackie Chan. The women in Amy Tan's Joy Luck Club meet to play what game? Mahjong. The Da Vinci Codes opens with a murder in which famous museum? The Louvre. Which author penned the apocalyptic novel The Stand? Stephen King. Which book about a band of rabbits became a bestseller in 1972? Watership Down. What was the original title of Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451? The Fireman. The classic 1877 novel Black Beauty is about what kind of animal?
Horse.
Who was the first author to use a type machine or typewriter in writing a manuscript? Mark Twain. What 1988 book by Salman Rushdie is considered blasphemous by many Muslim countries? The Satanic Verses. Which writer holds the Guinness World Record for the most translated works? Agatha Christie. What book holds the record for the fastest-selling book in history? Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird? Harper Lee. What 1949 science fiction book by author George Orwell describes a dystopian world in the future? 1984. What's the name of the pig in the book Charlotte's Web? Wilbur. Call me Ishmael is the first line from what classic novel? Moby Dick. What Charles Dickens novel begins with the sentence, "It was the best of times, it was the worst of times"? A Tale of Two Cities. What is the name of the vampire in the 1976 Anne Rice novel Interview with a Vampire? Louis de Pointe du Lac. What popular young adult book series sends tributes to participate in a televised competition in which they fight to the death? The Hunger Games. In the book Pride and Prejudice, who is Elizabeth Bennet in love with? Mr. Darcy. Who wrote Flowers in the Attic? V.C. Andrews. Jacob Black is a character in what Stephenie Meyer book series? Twilight. What Nicholas Sparks book about a young socialite and her longtime crush was made into a 2004 movie? The Notebook. In one of the most popular Dr. Seuss books, what won't Sam I Am eat? Green eggs and ham. On July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong became the first person in history to do what? Walk on the moon. What U.S. woman was appointed as the first woman Speaker of the House? Nancy Pelosi. Which American financier was convicted of running the largest Ponzi scheme in U.S. history? Bernie Madoff. What year did World War I begin? 1914. What is the name of the first permanent English settlement in North America? Jamestown. How old was Queen Elizabeth II when she was crowned the Queen of England? 27. What was the first message sent by Morse code? What hath God wrought? What president was a licensed bartender? Abraham Lincoln. Who was the first president to visit all 50 states? Richard Nixon. What year was Kodak founded? 1892. What inspired the creation of Google Images? Jennifer Lopez's dress at the 2000 Grammys. What year was the first Barbie doll released? 1959. How long was the first Thanksgiving? 3 days. Which U.S. president was a law professor? Bill Clinton. Who was the youngest U.S. president? Theodore Roosevelt. When was the first iPod released? 2001. Where is the coldest place on Earth? Eastern Antarctic Plateau. Which Italian town is the setting for Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet? Verona. What was America's first national park? Yellowstone National Park. Where do U.S. vice presidents live? On the grounds of the U.S. Naval Observatory. Which 3 states share a border with California? Arizona, Nevada, and Oregon. What was the first state? Delaware. What state is known as the Badger State? Wisconsin. What state has the longest freshwater shoreline? Michigan. What U.S. state grows coffee beans? Hawaii. What is the northernmost point in the United States? Point Barrow, Alaska. What is Texas' state flower? The bluebonnet. How many floors does the Eiffel Tower have?
3.
What is the currency of Poland?
Zloty.
How tall is the Empire State Building without the spire and antenna? 1,250 feet. Which country produces the most tea? China. Who did the U.S. buy Florida from?
Spain.
Which country gives students the longest summer holiday?
Italy.
What are California's state colors? Blue and gold. What is United Kingdom's national anthem? God Save the King. What produces the majority of the breathable air on Earth? The oceans. Which travels faster? Sound or light? Light. What mineral can you add to water to make things float easier?
Salt.
Roughly how many miles per hour does the Earth spin? 1,000 miles per hour. How many elements are currently on the periodic table? 118. Which blood type is a universal donor? O negative. How many moons does Neptune have? 14. Which globally dreaded disease did the World Health Organization declare eradicated in 1980?
Smallpox.
Who was the first American woman in space? Sally Ride. How many pounds are in a ton? 2,000. What is the largest bone in the human body? Femur. How many planets make up the solar system?
8.
How many colors are in a rainbow?
7.
Which astronomer is called out in Bohemian Rhapsody? Galileo. What is the fear of flowers called? Anthophobia. What actor and comedian appeared in the video for the Paul Simon song, You Can Call Me Al? Chevy Chase. What singer was called the Empress of the Blues? Bessie Smith. Who wrote The Star-Spangled Banner? Francis Scott Key. What musician was awarded the first gold record? Perry Como. Which country artist threw javelin while attending Oklahoma State University? Garth Brooks. What song did Paul McCartney pen for John Lennon's son, Julian? Hey Jude. What are the first names of the 5 brothers that made up the Jackson 5? Jermaine, Marlon, Jackie, Tito, and Michael. Which 1950s crooner sang the hit song Beyond the Sea? Bobby Darin. How many Billboard #1 hits did Elvis have?
18.
What's the best-selling Christmas single of all time? White Christmas by Bing Crosby. Which singer's real name is Robin Fenny? Rihanna. What year did MTV launch? 1981. Who was the first American Idol winner? Kelly Clarkson. When was Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You released? October 1994. What is Taylor Swift's lucky number? 13. Who was the first woman ever inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Aretha Franklin. What movie is the quote, "You had me at hello" from? Jerry Maguire. What Minnesota town was actor Winona Ryder born in? Winona. What year was the first Batman comic book published? 1939. Actor Nicolas Cage is the nephew of what famous director? Francis Ford Coppola. What country does The Jungle Book take place in?
India.
Who is the youngest Oscar winner of all time? Tatum O'Neal. What was the name of the high school in Greece? Rydell High. In Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, what keeps the 3-headed dog asleep? Music. What year was the original Jurassic Park released in theaters? 1993. What's the name of Ginny's pygmy puff in the Harry Potter series? Arnold. What is the name of Hagrid's half-brother in Harry Potter?
Grop.
What is the Grinch's dog's name? Max. How many Oscars does Jane Fonda have?
2.
How many Academy Awards did Titanic win?
11.
What is the name of Boba Fett's ship in Star Wars? Slave One. Which Disney princess has a Scottish accent? Merida. How many staircases are located in Hogwarts? 142. What is Jack Skellington's dog's name? 0. In what movie does Robert De Niro say, "You talkin' to me?" Taxi Driver. Who was the first Disney princess? Snow White. What year was Jaws released? 1975. In Star Wars, who built C-3PO? Anakin Skywalker. The Princess and the Frog is set in which American city? New Orleans. What is Hermione's Patronus? Otter. Who wrote A Little Princess? Frances Hodgson Burnett. Which shoe did Cinderella leave behind at the ball? Left. How many ghosts show up in A Christmas Carol?
4.
Who is the villain in Peter Pan? Captain Hook. Which city is 101 Dalmatians set in? London. What is the school's mascot in High School Musical? Wildcats. What popular 90s TV series did actor Callista Flockhart star in? Ally McBeal. Who won first season of America's Next Top Model? Adrienne Curry Road. Which of the 6 main characters on the TV show Friends never got married?
Joey.
What TV series included the phrase "Go where no man has gone before" in its title sequence? Star Trek. What Sex and the City star didn't return for the series reboot and Just Like That? Kim Cattrall. What TV series launched Bruce Willis's career? Moonlighting. What is the name of Sabrina's cat in Sabrina the Teenage Witch? Salem. What is the name of the mall in the 3rd season of Stranger Things? Starcourt Mall. What comic series is the CW's Riverdale based on? Archie Comics. How many people tuned into the last episode of Friends? 52.5 million. How many seasons did The Oprah Winfrey Show run?
25.
Who voiced Ms. Frizzle on the children's television series Magic School Bus? Lily Tomlin. Who wrote The Little Mermaid? Hans Christian Andersen. What species of fish is Nemo? Clownfish. How many legs does a lobster have?
10.
What is Florida's state bird? The northern mockingbird. What color is a giraffe's tongue? Black or dark purple? What animal's nickname is sea cow?
Manatee.
What percentage of the Earth's wildlife is found in the ocean? 94%. What animal has the biggest eyes? Giant squid. How many reindeer does Santa have?
8.
What is California's state animal? California grizzly bear. What are baby rabbits called?
Kits.
What animal breathes through its butt? Turtle. Where are crickets' ears located? On their legs. Where was the first Olympics held? Panathinaikos Stadium, Greece. Who was the highest-paid athlete in 2022? Lionel Messi. Which NBA team plays its home games at Madison Square Garden? New York Knicks. When was the first Indy 500 held? 1911. Which Canadian hockey player is considered to be the greatest of all time? Wayne Gretzky. Where did the 2000 Summer Olympics take place? Sydney, Australia. Which number does every Major League Baseball player wear on April 15th? 42. What is the maximum number of points someone can achieve on Pac-Man? 3,333,360 points. How did Leica, the German camera company, get its name? Founder Ernst Laetz used the first 3 letters of his last name combined with the first 2 letters from camera. Which player from the Dallas Mavericks is an investor in Big Blanket Company, the maker of 10s by 10-foot blankets? Boban Marjanovic. What type of race is the Tour de France? Bicycle race. What is the diameter of the average basketball hoop? 18 inches. How often are the Summer Games held? Every 4 years. What are the Cleveland Browns' team colors? Brown and orange. In football, how many points does a touchdown have?
6.
Who painted Girl with a Pearl Earring? Johannes Vermeer. Who was the first couple to win The Amazing Race? Rob Frisbee and Brennan Swain. When was Diet Coke introduced in the United States? August 9, 1982. What fast food chain once used the slogan, "Think outside the bun"? Taco Bell. What is a single strand of spaghetti called? Spaghetto. What year did Dunkin' Donuts become Dunkin'? 2018. How many slices of pizza does America eat per second? 350 to 400 slices of pizza per second. Where were Doritos invented? Casa de Fritos at Disneyland. How many pounds of curly fries does Arby's sell in a year? 100 million pounds. What is the name of the world's hottest chili pepper? Carolina Reaper. What is Starbucks' logo?
A siren.
Where is the world's largest Starbucks? Chicago. How many folds are in a chef's hat? 100. What is the meaning of FN on your computer keyboard? Function. What is the long-standing nickname for IBM? Big Blue. Who owns Venmo? PayPal. What was Mac's first web browser?
Samba.
What year was eBay founded? 1995. What is the best-selling video game franchise? Mario. Who sent the world's first text message? Neil Papworth. What does Yahoo stand for? Yet another hierarchically officious oracle. What inspired the name for the iPod? The EVA Pod ePod in 2001, A Space Odyssey. Who owns the patent to Google's original search algorithm? Stanford University.